Okay, Shelby, I've got your work up here now. Let me talk a little bit about the intent of the assignment and then the way that you have your work submitted. So right now I've got your work submitted here, and right now it seems like you're approaching this as if it's a redesign for currency, and it's not really a redesign. It's design, it's currency design. You're supposed to pick your country and give a written report on some of the cultural some of the cultural happenings and some of the culture in that country and how we can specifically use that culture and different parts of the country's architecture and infrastructure, etc., to create new currency for that country. Okay, and what I have is we don't really have much of this in your writing. You're not really exposing Mexico's cultures and subcultures in search for something that you can use to design the money, the currency. So what I'm saying is that basically what you're doing is you're just taking a look at their current currency, and you're designing off that. So if I go over here, we can see that. I mean, basically, you're just looking at this and redesigning it, changing the orientation, and placing the same elements right back in that money. And I think that's a mistake. I don't think that's going to do very well in terms of meeting the project objectives. So if you go through the critique board, and I think it's a really good idea to go through critique boards and really take a look at my responses to other students, just to kind of get a good kind of barometer as to where we're at and what is expected of the assignment. I think if you would have done that, you would have seen that I'm more interested in you coming with a new approach of designing currency as opposed to the same, especially in this case where you're just basically taking the current currency and reorienting it into a vertical orientation and then calling it a redesign. Do you see what I'm saying? All of these elements here are in these images. So you're not really introducing anything new. I mean, you've even copied the images almost verbatim. So I'm just really concerned that this is not an original approach, which is really what we're looking for, is an original approach to currency design. All right, for this reason, I recommend the following. I recommend you actually go in here and write a report. Give us a report on Mexico. Don't tell us about their culture. Don't tell us about well, I should say, don't tell us about their government. Don't tell us about, the figures that are on their current money. Tell us what you have found in your research, what you think will be an interesting way to design the currency. One of the things I'm really trying to stay away from in this particular assignment is this kind of traditional look at currency. And if you jump over to the classroom, specifically, let's see, I placed this article, and I really, really want you to read it. I placed this article right here in the critique for Project 2 and 3. So if we take a look at that, let's go ahead and take a look at that, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Here it is right here at the top. It's a pretty long article, and that's not it. Hang on one second. Here it is. It's this. I left the article in Week 6 discussion, research and culture, and it's a great article on designing currency. And it comes down here, and this is some of these examples are what I was really referring to in a lot of my responses to students, especially when we come down right here and we really see how interesting some of this currency, especially right here, some of this currency design is just really taking this visual posture is completely contrary of anything that we've been accustomed to anything we know and are accustomed to regarding the design of and presentation of currency. So look at these. I mean, these are gorgeous, and they just don't look like your typical currency design. And that's what we're after in this assignment. Don't forget we had that lecture, Designing to be Unique. And that's what I'm looking for here. So that said, I would reconsider your approach. I really would. I think that coming with a fresh, just basically copying this is it's not solving any issues at all. And as we can see, basically this is copying. you know. So that's something that we're really, really do not want to do at all. Okay, so I would, boy, I'd love to see a redesign. Let me know your thoughts here. But I definitely think that a redesign here is definitely warranted. All right, thanks very much. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.